And then you would probably also have some internal approvals that may be required on something like this, not necessarily the approval for the overall thing, but maybe in this, let's assume this was something where I had to buy some infrastructure, some network equipment or something of that nature. I would probably need to get an approval to spend money or take money out of the budget. So one of the things that I would want to do is indicate who my approvers were. Here I've already identified who my approver is Shane Brett, so then I could submit this change to go out and wait for us to get that approval back in from whomever we've identified as going to be the approver there. Again, any documentation that would be applicable, like your rollout plan or your backout plan, they're typically very predefined things, so I can just attach those. Or if I were working on a switch and I needed to have the schematic that we keep on file, I wanted to actually attach that in the actual change request, I could certainly do that. And then last but not least, who's going to actually go out in this case and physically apply that patch? Well, again, here I spawned off a work order or a task or a series of tasks to the appropriate individuals who would go out and do that type of thing. So that starts to give you a general idea there between changes to problems to back to your incidents that you have out there. One of the things that I didn't mention that is available for you out here as well is you can, on broadcast or on incidents, you can actually subscribe to a chatter feed where if you want to be updated anytime something changes on this event and other people may want to be involved and kind of follow this, if you would, follow this incident or follow this broadcast, they can be subscribed and be updated via email anytime there's any change within this incident that they are feeding there. So it kind of gives you the general idea of what this looks like from a staff perspective. They, of course, do provide a very robust front end for your end user community to come in. And one of the things that they've tried to do here is make this a very simple screen, a very easy to use screen, because study after study after study has shown that the only way to get people to use self-service is it's got to be simple and it's got to be quick and not a lot of thought, a lot amount of typing goes on. So as you can see from the layout of this screen, just what is it that you need help with? Just, don't pick a category or anything like that. Just type in what is my issue. Hey, I've got a BlackBerry issue going on, and I'm not going to even describe what the issue is. That's my issue. So as an end user, I type in BlackBerry, and it comes back and it says, sorry about that, I hit the wrong button there. It'll come back and give me, well, here's a template for how you do things. Here's a knowledge article of how you might come in and do something with a BlackBerry. Here's a set of frequently asked questions that have information on like how to sync a BlackBerry. So all of that can come back very easily there. Or if they know what their issue is and they just want to submit an incident, again, it brings back a very simple screen based on your configuration desire. If you want them to pick from a small categorization tree, you can have them do that. You can have them type in, the information that you feel like you need to capture there. And really just a couple of entries, a couple of mouse clicks, I've created and sent in a new incident here. It shows up on my home page of all my open incidents and what the statuses were. I can obviously go in on any of these and double click, see if there's been any change there. If I make additional information, like an update to a ticket that's already being worked, I can put in new information right within the form and submit that, and of course that will then append the actual ticket being worked by the staff member as well. So very, very simple. You see there's where that incident was updated that we just did there. Very, very simple to use, very fast. How do I do this? Do I have certain templates like the old password reset or the voicemail reset? Well, you can build those using the templating process. So the end user literally has to just hit one click saying, this is my issue, submit it, 2 mouse clicks, an incident is submitted very, very quick. They can be made available of any broadcast that you want the end users to see in addition to the ones that may be for staff only. You can have other links to some of your internal sites that you might direct your users to. Here's our timekeeping system. They can certainly see those broadcasts or any other information, be it IT related, be it more human resource related. How do I request time off? Just very simple, very straightforward in its approach. So a lot of capability out there for a single price per month per user. And again, that's not the end user, that's the staff users that we have here. So I think with that, the only other thing that we would certainly want to mention is it does have a very robust reporting system because it's leveraging, of course, the Salesforce platform as its underlying structure. So there are additional dashboards that are provided for you, capturing this information and leveraging the dashboard graphical capability of the Force.com platform. There are, of course, a number of reports that are right out of the box that, again, leveraging the reporting capability that's inherent to the Force.platform here. So here are just some of the examples of the ones out of the box. The nice thing about it is that any of the reports that I have out there, if I need to go in and customize those reports as a staff member or an end user, I can do it. Tells me what's currently in the report, gives me a list of all the possible other fields you might want in a report, and you can just drag and drop and then put into the appropriate order. So a very strong and robust reporting system does come with the system here.